Hello there everyone. Today I want to do a little bit of a different type of video than I usually do. I want to do a bit of a collective haul of a few pieces that I picked up in a few different places and got some good deals. And then I'm going to share a little bit of my thoughts and ideas that I want to do with some of them and a few plans for the future. So if you want to know more, then keep watching. So the first thing that I want to share with you is that I've got hold of some Magatama beads because I want to start doing some tutorials on how to add beads to kumihimo braids and things like that. So I wanted to experiment a little bit with some different things and some ideas that I have. And then I'll show you the colours. Now all of these that I'm showing you now I've all got from Beads Direct website. And I got a pretty good deal. But these are some of them. Some of them I've only got 1 or 2 bags because I want to mix them up and do different patterns and that. But others I've got a few bags. Now this is just like a matte blue. And these are the long Magatama style. This one I really like. It's like a bit of a dark magenta and a little bit Picasso-like pattern to it, but it looks really nice. And then like a hematite colour. And some other ones. We've got some kind of clear ones but with a rainbow coating to them. I've got a couple of bags of them. So they can give a really nice effect, I think. And I think these will be really good to add into other colours and designs as like a feature. And then some other blue ones, which again they have like a rainbow coating to them. So they would kind of go quite nice together, the clear ones I just showed you on the blue, because they both have the same kind of coating. And then some matte black, because, well, that'll go with everything really. That can be incorporated into anything. That's always handy to have. And then these ones, it's still the long Magatama ones. These are like a pearlescent, they're like a cream colour but it's got like a pearl shine to them, which I think was really nice. Normally this isn't really that much my style, but I thought this could make like a really nice bracelet on its own. It's probably going to be hard to pick up that sheen that they have, but they have a really nice sheen to them. And then some silver ones, which again, my favourite metal is silver, so that's why I tend to go for that. But again, these will kind of go with anything else. They can go on their own or they can match with most other things, so I think they'll be quite handy to have as well. And these were the ones that cost the most, because they're the silver ones. But I got 3 packs of them too. And then these ones, the last bag from Beads Direct, they're just regular Magatama ones. So they're the smaller kind. I've got some black coloured, again because it'll go with everything. These 2 bags. Got some, again, like hematite colour, like a dark grey metallic colour. Again, will go with everything again. And then like a teal blue, which I thought was quite a nice colour. It's not, again, a colour I normally go for that much, but I actually thought this was quite nice. And I kind of have a few ideas regarding these beads of patterns to make with it and how to play about with it. So that's something I'll be experimenting with and hopefully bringing to you, sharing with you in the near future. So I got a fair few bags and different kinds from here. All from the same place. So this is all of them. And all of these, this totaled £41 and 16p just for these alone. But then they had a deal on at the time where you got £10 off for spending over £40. So this ended up being just over £30, which I think was quite good. But any saving is always nice. So that was a pretty good deal. And I'll leave the link to these direct down at the bottom. They have a load of other jewellery supplies as well, jewellery making supplies. It's quite a nice online shop. So that's the first thing I want to show you. Now the next place I bought some things from is called the Crystal Phoenix, and it's their online shop, which is also actually a really nice shop in general for jewellery making supplies. So I do recommend having a look there if you can. And the first thing in that order as well is I got some magatama beads from there as well, in some different colours. So this is like an orangey one, which is actually quite nice. Again, not a colour I would normally go for, but I just think it looked really nice. And they're kind of matte, but they still have like a rainbow coating to them. So they are quite nice. And they will, I think, will go really nicely with black. So black and this would look really good. And then some like kind of amethyst colour. A bit clear but with a amethyst purpley tone to them. And I got 2 bags of that actually. Like them. And I also got 2 of the first one, the oranger ones. And then like these ones are like a rainbow coating, but more of a solid rainbow coating rather than on the clear ones from previously. So these are kind of almost like rainbow coated hematite, if you've seen that before, but just a bit matte. Again, they could go nice with different things like black, but then black goes with everything really, so that's an easy thing to say obviously. And then I got some black ones as well, just to have as a basic, because like I keep saying, they'll go with everything. But these are kind of a bit shiny, so they're not matte. But again, the shiny matte ones and matte ones, it's nice to have a bit of selection so you can kind of pair them up with different ones without thinking that they don't go together. And then I got some white ones, which are quite shiny as well. So even the black and white would look really nice together because they're the same kind of coating. So they could give a really nice effect. So these I got from that Crystal Phoenix online shop. So these are the magatama beads I bought from there, and they cost a few different things, but in total they had 20% off all of their magatama beads and a few other types of beads as well. So I got a pretty good deal on them as well, so that was a good thing. Because originally I went on there to buy some other things, but then because I saw they had that deal, kind of thought why not chuck a few bags in there. So that's one thing I got from that place. Again, with the purpose of doing some kumihimo designs for the future tutorials and experimenting with some ideas that I have. And then we'll see how that goes. And then another thing I got was some S-long cord, just the regular type, and just because basically to go with the magatama beads that I've bought to be the cord that I'm going to use to make the actual braid. So I do like S-long and C-long cord because it's brilliant for micro macrame, which I obviously like to do, but it's really strong, so it'll really give you that inner core strength in the braid when you can then add beads to it. And then I just got a couple of different colours to match most of the types of beads that I got, and otherwise it's always a black and a white to use. And they came in a nice little storage tube. And then I also got some other S-long cord. I got the much finer one, which is a bit more like a sewing thread. This gets used for soutache and that as well, and comes in a lot of different colours. But I got this because I have an idea in mind that, a bit of an experiment basically, so if it works out it will be in a future video, but I don't want to say too much in case it doesn't work out. But I'm going to be experimenting with these, and I got the colours that I wanted to make it in, so that was another thing. And then the last thing I got from this place, I got a kumihimo case or bag to basically have my discs in, and you can also have a little bit extra accessories because it kind of folds out. so that's really handy. And then I bought another 2 discs as well. I already have 2, one of each, but I kind of thought, because I've used them for all sorts, I've used them for like thicker cord, satin cord and other types of cord, and the notches, they do obviously get widened a bit as you use them, but if you use thicker materials they'll get a bit wider. So that's why I kind of thought I needed to get some new ones to then use the S-long cord, because it's very thin and fine, so the other ones might not hold that cord as nicely. So that's why I got some new ones to then only use for stuff like S-long cord and thinner cords. So that was what I got from this place. A few different things and things to experiment with. But like I said, I do really recommend looking on that website as well. I've recently discovered it myself, and it's actually got a lot of useful, interesting stuff for really decent prices as well. So if you can, it's worth a look. Again, I'll put that link to that shop in the description box as well if you want to have a look. And now to go with the whole Kumihimo theme, I also got some bobbins to use, specifically because I want to use some beads in that. So having these bobbins are going to make it a lot easier to deal with and work with. And these I just got off of Amazon. You can get these in many places, but I found Amazon to be the most convenient place. So again, that's for the Kumihimo things that I have in mind. And then the next thing I got off a seller on eBay, and it's just basically some metal spacer beads in silver, because my favourite metal is silver. And these are really tiny, they're 2mm with a 1mm hole. So they could come in real handy just to have in your stash basically, for if you need them. But also I'm thinking my macrame would work really well with that. And it's really, I have some other metal spacer beads, but they're all more like 4mm. So I thought it would be really nice to have some even smaller ones. So there's 1,000 of them in each bag, so I got 2,000. And they cost £1.98, so not bad at all. It's just nice ones to have in your stash. Or if you have specific ideas, like I definitely would like to use this kind of stuff with macrame as well. So that was off a seller on eBay. And then another couple of things I got were these gemstone cabochons, and they're from jewellerymaker.com. I'll put the link to that in the description box as well. And the first one is a fluorite cabochon. So it's got some lovely banding on it and some lovely colours, I think. A flat back. And the other one is a rose quartz cabochon. Same shape and size, just a different gemstone, and both of these cost £2.95, so I think that was quite reasonable. And then my plans for these are to keep, because I want to get hold of some cabochons in general to do some different experiments and how to wrap them in different ways, both using macrame, so I want to do some more tutorials for the series that I'm doing on that, different techniques of wrapping them with macrame, but also using micro macrame. But then I also want to start doing some how to wrap them with wire work in different ways. So I'm going to be experimenting a bit with those things and hopefully be able to bring something to you in the near future. And the next thing that I'm quite excited about is I got some glue. And this is also what I got off eBay, but the reason I'm excited about it, which I'm guessing it's a bit strange to be excited about a glue, but it's just because it's the E6000 that I really like to use in general. It's one of my favourite glues. But it's the size of the tube. This is going to last me ages. And it only costs £5.65, which is obviously more than the other sizes, but when you look at it and work it out, it works out a lot less in the long run, because you're getting so much more for only a little bit higher price than the others cost. So this is going to last me a long time. So yeah, that's also off a seller off eBay. So the next things that I got is again something that I already have, and it's the macrame board. It's the large one and the small one. I got one of each, And the small one I got in another order, but the small one cost me £6.95, which is pretty much the regular price in most places. And then the large one I got a good deal on that. Again, this is from Beads Direct, and normally that costs like £10–11 or so. And I paid £7.69 for this because they were having a discount code off of basically everything off the website, so I applied it to the board and got that for a bit cheaper than it would normally cost. But these are meant as a present for my mum, because I'm going home in a little bit, so that's why I got some extra ones, because she likes doing this kind of stuff as well, and I personally really love using them and I couldn't be without them, so I just got them as a present for her. So the last thing I bought that I want to show you is I got some wool with the purpose to use it for needle felting and things like that. And this is the seller I got it from, and this is from Etsy. So it's a bag, a huge bag of 400 grams of wool, and there's 10 grams of each colour, so you have 40 colours in here. And you can get a look of roughly what the colours look like. But this is a nice big bag, and I also got a separate bag where it's just white wool, because it's quite nice to have as a basic, because this usually would get used a bit more in general. And this is from this seller on Etsy as well. I'll put all information in the description box. So I got these not for myself because I don't really do felting, not yet anyway, but I got these as a present for my mum because I'm going home in a bit and I'm going to be bringing these as a present for her because she likes to do her felting. And then I have a bit of an idea in mind of a project for her and me to do together where it involves some felting and then possibly some other things. So she could do this part and I could do another part. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. But otherwise, then this is a few of the things that I've purchased recently and a few of thoughts and ideas that I'm hopefully going to be working on and experimenting with and hopefully bringing to you in some future tutorials. So I hope you enjoyed that and thank you very much for watching. Hello there everyone. Today I want to show you how to make this square kumihimo braid, and this is what it looks like. So for this I've just used some rainbow satin cord, but you can obviously choose whatever colours you want and type of cord as well. But this is just to show you the technique, how to do a square braid. So you basically have 4 distinct flat sides to your braid.